Okay, hello everybody. We'll continue our chapter 2. I will make some fast review about selection or condition statements. Pythons provide three types of selection. We have the selection will be true or false, depend the evaluation of either true or false. So we have single selection statement if, double selection statement if else, and nested or multiple selection statement or nested if else. So Python provide these three also, similar to C and Java. But here, instead write else if, in Python we write it elif. Similar to C, but else if we write it here in Python elif. Okay? We'll make, also we have repetition. We have repetition statement or loops. Also, Python provides two repetition statements. While loop repeats an action or a group of action as long as the condition remains true. Similar, exactly 100% similar to while loop in C, C++, and Java. But the for statement repeats an action or a group an action for every item in a sequence of items. So the for loop in Python is very new. It's totally new, and it's not the same as the for loop in C or Java. So for loop in Python, we'll see it right now. We have keywords here. You cannot define any variables using these keywords. So the if statement written like this: if your condition or Boolean expression 2 full points, then enter tab. And then don't forget, in Python, it's very important step. When you write the body of if or else or for or while, you must put tab. Okay, same spaces. So don't forget this indenting. Type tab on your keyboard. So if Boolean expression condition 2 points, enter tab, write your bodies here, your statements of body if. It can be one statement, two statement, or three statement. No braces. We don't have braces in Python. Don't use braces. Just enter tab, enter tab, enter tab. Okay? Example here, episode code. If student's grade is greater than or equal to 60, display passed. In the flowchart, it's a rhombus. Diagram is rhombus, means condition. If grade is bigger than 60, if it's true, go right. If it's false, continue. No go left, because if statement. Continue to the next step. So if it's true, make anything here, action, code blocks, body of if, and then next step. The code in Python will be like this: grade equal 85, it's in initial state. Okay. Then if grade bigger or equal to 62 point, no parentheses here, no parentheses here, enter tab, print passed. So this is the Python code for if statement. The same for if else. If conditions or expression 2 points, enter tab, write your body of the if code of statements. Else 2 points. Here we have on else 2 points, different than C and Java. Here in Python, if else, we put after if 2 point, after else 2 point. Also enter tab and write your code of false body. Then example here, if we have grade bigger than 60, if it's true, go right. If it's false, go left. Make an action for true, make an action for false. Then the true body and the false body will join on the next step. Okay. So in if else, we want the code make one statement, the true statement or the false statement, not the both. Or here we have or. This will be done or this will be done. The code in Python similar to this: grade equal 85. If grade bigger than 62 point, enter tab, print passed, enter. No tab here. Here, no tab. Just enter. Else, 2 point, enter tab, print failed. So this code is for if else. Okay. Any question here? Good. Now, an example here, conditional expression. Okay. If we have the same example before, grade equal 85. If grade bigger than 60, 2 point, result equal passed, else result equal failed. No print here, no print here. Okay. If we have similar to this, if grade bigger than 60, 2 point, result another variable, result equal passed, else result equal failed. And when you call the result, the output will be on the screen. Then we can write this 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sentences in one sentence. We can do it. This is called conditional expression. So grade equal 85, result equal between parentheses here. Here obligatory. You want to put the parentheses is it must put obligatory to put parentheses. Then the total output here. Okay, the true part here. Space if conditions, nothing here, space else, space false condition. So this line or this statement called conditional expression to summarize if else. So if grade bigger than 60, result will be passed. The same. Here the output of the true part. Here the result equal passed if grade bigger than 60, space else result equal failed for the false part. This is for true part. If condition, nothing, else, nothing, space, and the name failed. So here,
دكتور
yes,
أين تم نكتب print وأين تم نكتب result؟
optional مثل ما بدك مثل ما بدك مثل ما بدك فيك تعمل هون print result تطلع باس مثل ما بدك. optional هذا variable result you can print result. فينا نحط هون print pass to print failed. فينا نحط print. اوكي. فينا نحط هذه الكونديشنال جوات print. حنشوف هلا حنشوفها كثير منها هيدي حنشوف كثير منها فيها print. don't worry about that. okay now nested if else the same. If condition 1, 2 point, code block 1, else if. Here else if in Python we write it elif. Don't put else if. Elif, another condition 2 point, enter tabular, another code, as many as you want. Then as the last optional, the last else is optional. Else 2 point, put your last code here. So the pseudocode here in English code, we write it in Python code. Grade equals 77. If a grade bigger than 890, 2 point, print A. Elif, grade bigger than 80, print B. Elif 70, print C. Elif 60, print D. Last else with 2 point, print F. Okay? The flowchart of if else, nested if else, okay, similar to this. So condition, true, do something and exit, or if it's false, continue, make another condition. If another condition is true, make another something and exit. If it's false, continue to the last part, the last else, which is optional. This else is optional. Okay. Okay, any question here? Zoom recording. Okay, good. Now while loop. The while loop similar to C, similar to while in C or Java. While condition or expression, 2 points, enter tab, write your body of the while here. Enter tab. Okay. So in while loop, you have 3 steps for any loop. The initial condition variable, like here, similar to here, product equal to 3, and put the condition on that variable while product less than or equal 50. Then if it's true, make your action of the body. At the last of your while body, you must change the variable to break the loop, else you get logic error, infinite loop. So in Arabic على طول بالوايل لوب ان كان بالسي او بالجافا او هون بالبايثون، الوايل لوب لازم يكون في عنده 3 خصائص مهمه، 3 خطوات، 3 ستابس. اول ستيب بنعرف الفاريبل، ثاني ستيب بنحط الكونديشن على هذا الفاريبل، اوكي، وبنعمل اذا ترو بنعمل البادي اوف ذا وايل لوب كله بننفذهم. باخر ستيب بالوايل لوب قبل ما نرجع على الوايل لوب على الكونديشن 50 لازم البرودكت او الفاريبل يتغير، والا اذا ما تغير بنفوت لوجيك ايرور، تكون انفينيت لوب. لازم نحن نخليها نخرق القاعده، نعمل بريك للكونديشن، لازم نحن نعملها بعدد معين، اوكي. فهو 3 خطوات كثير مهمين، كثير مهمين، هو 3 خطوات. سو بالفلو شارت بيكون initialize step, condition step, if it's true then the change assign, new assign step, a new assign step. 3 steps here we have initialize step, condition step, make your body of the true, many sentence statement as you want. Then as the last step you must change the variable by any number. You must change it, plus, minus, division, whatever. You must change it to break the condition. Then false to the next step. Okay? This is while loop. Here, for this example, inside the memory, we'll have p equal to 3. Okay, the condition is true. Then go and make this action. The new product will be equal 3 times the old value, will be 9. Another condition, repetition here, true, 9 less than 50 is true. Again, go inside this action and implement it. So 9 times 3, 27. Also compare it, go to the condition, true. Then another time, go inside this body of the code and implement times 3, 81. Now 81, and go again and check and test the condition. Now it's false. When it's false, continue the codes to the next step. Here we have loop. So in this similar code, in this code today, this code can enter the loop 3 times. In the first time will be exit, okay, 3 times, okay. Now the new thing here in for loop, here in Python, the for loop is totally different. It's totally different, the for loop here. For here we have a variable for item, for I, anything here, variable n. Here in condition, the syntax of for loop in Python, you must write for n. So for any variable you want, in any sequence or range you want, or strings, or list, or array, or inside the memory, whatever here, sequence or range, okay, to point, if this item or this variable inside this sequence, so it's true, then implement this code. Else, go out to the next step. Don't forget always the tabular tab. Any code, the body of if and body of else, body of while, body of for, you must put tab. Don't forget about this space. So again, for item in sequence or range, 2 point, code block. We don't have here else. So here we have a variable inside a sequence. We'll see. The for statement allows you to repeat an action, this action, or several actions for each item in a sequence of items. We'll see lot of example of this. Don't worry. It's totally new. It's a new. Example, focus here. If I write this for C, if this is variable called C, for C in this word comp between quotation, so it's string here, it's character, it's string. For C in this sentence comp, 2 point, enter tab, print C. So the output here will be for C in comp, so the for loop will start by index 0 here. So the small c equal big C. And true, because we have item. We have item inside this sequence, inside this string, inside this word. عندنا حرف بهالكلمة. فلأنه لقى حرف بهالكلمة بلش ببيج سي, so it's true. True بينزل على print C. So go to print C and print big capital C. Then repeat for the next item inside the list or sequence or range or array or memory. So the next step will be O. So another one, so assign small c, this variable, to letter O. Because we found another letter inside this sequence, so it's true again. Go and print C, which is O. And again, +1 for this sequence or list, +1. And right now we have M. So another C will be equal to M and printed, true, printed. And again, P, printed. Now, the last step, when the codes in Python interpreter return to comp, and +1 will be null. Here will be null. When C equal null means false. So false will not go to print C and finish. So I will repeat again. For loop بيفحص, بيعمل looping مش بس للكود, بيعمل looping للكود إذا هيدا الايتم موجود بهيدي السيكونس او الليست او الرينج. اوكي, فهون بهيدي الكلمه كومب عندنا 4 مرات, فحيفوت 4 مرات. اوكي, على الخامسه بيظهر لانه نل, +1 +1 +1 +1 بصير نل. على النل سي ايكوال نل معناتها فولس بيظهر. سو لاحظتوا هون كوماند برنت سي ما حطينا كوتيشن ما حطينا شيء, عم بيطبع فاريبل اونلي. هيدي السي مره بتكون بيج سي او ام بي. اوكي, سو لاحظتوا هون بكل ما يفوت مره ثانيه على الفور لوب من دون ما نحط باك سلاش ان ولا شيء لحاله بيعمل نيو لاين. اوكي, فالبرنت جوات الفور لوب هي عباره على طول بيعمل print on a new line. So print inside for loop in Python means you want to print these variables or these sentences on a new line for each iteration. واضحه هون؟
بدنا اياها حد بعض. نعم,
بدنا اياها حد بعض. نجي لهون بدنا نزيد كوماند جديده بالبايثون لنحطهم حد بعض. ساعتها هي ذات الكود بنحط سي كما print parenthesis سي كما at the end of this sentence whatever شو في هون at the end put something. فينا نحط put space, فينا نحط put ولا شيء. ف and equal another command, this command called argument and. So now another new command in Python which is not exist in C or Java, so it's a new command. So Python has a new command in print, so inside the print only with the argument in and, so we can put and after the output. Comma means after the output. So print C, comma, okay, write your another command which is and equal between parentheses, write whatever you want here. Backslash n will be similar to this. Backslash t, 5 or 5 spaces. Backslash whatever space, you can put space here. Also you can put 2 single quote without space, so will be one word comp. Okay, but you must put and. So this is a new command now, the and after inside the print. Okay, we'll see another example here. The flowchart of for loop different, totally different than flowchart for loop in C. So here we don't have conditioning. We don't have direct condition. If we have more items inside the sequence or range or memory to process, this means more items to process means if we have still characters or numbers inside the range or list or array or whatever or sequence, if it's true, go make your action, then assign next item to the target and repeat again. If no, go out. Okay, example here, total equals 0 for number n. Here we have variable called number n. For number n, this is a list. Okay, sorry, this is called a list. So we put a list here, 2 comma minus 3 comma 0 comma 17 comma 9. So we want to add them. We want to add these items inside the list. We want to add 2 minus 3 plus 0 plus 17 plus 9 using for loop in Python. So for number n, this is obligatory n. For n مربوطين مع بعض. For number n, for and n, same syntax. For any variable n, this list, 2 point, enter tab, total equal total plus number. Then the total will be 25. Okay, so I will make the trace here for the first, t equals 0. Okay, t equals 0 for number n2. So n, let's say n here number equal 2. بما انه 2 inside the list, so true. True, go inside the for loop and make the addition. So new t equal t, all t اللي هي 0 plus number اللي هي n اللي هي 2. صارت التي شو بتساوي 2 and repeat. شو معناتها repeat؟ هلا على repeat عمل plus 1 بالليست، صارت النيو n equal minus 3. minus 3 inside the list, yes, true. إذا true, go وعمل new t equal total القديم اللي هو 2 واجمعه مع النمبر بلس نمبر. هون في ماينس حيطلع minus 3، حيطلع معنا minus 1. Any question for this tracing؟ واضحة هذه tracing اللي عم بعملها هلا؟ واضحة؟ حكفيها. واضحة عند الكل؟ حدا عنده سؤال بالتريسنج اللي عم بعملها هلا؟
واضحة دكتور، واضحة.
بيرفكت. هلا النيو ان شو بده يصير؟ ساعدوني، حيكون 0 ضمن الليست، يس. اوكي، belongs. This 0 belongs to this list or array, yes. So make new t بتساوي all t كان minus 1، نجمع للزيرو بضلوا equal minus 1. Then go to next step n equal 17. true، كمان بدهم الليسته true. new t equal t القديم minus 1 plus 17 equal 60. and again n equal 9 true بعده بالليسته. so new t equal t القديم 16 plus 9 equal 25. now the last step new n equal على 9 plus 1 شو صار؟ null. على null ظهر البوينتر، هون في بوينتر، ظهر البوينتر. exit the pointer exit from the list. اوكي null. so في حدا منكم عم يسأل ليه بنعمل تريسنج؟ التريسنج لتفهم الكود، لتفهم شو عم بيعمل. وفي سؤال تريسنج بالامتحانات، later on حنعمل كثير اسئله تريسنج. هيدا كولد تريسنج. null. so null give us false لانه منه موجود النال بقلب الليسته. false. so خلص هون. فالT بالmemory equal the last value of T in memory total is 25. That's why when you call total equal 25. So 25 هو مجموع, it's the total number of this list. Okay? Any question for this tracing, small tracing? Good. Now we continue. Now we have another function, a new function, a new built-in function in Python. As I said before, Python has many of built-in functions. Okay, so one of them, range function. So for counter in range 10 means, okay, we have only 1 minute, so we'll continue next time. Okay, I will stop here because we have a new function here, so I will stop here. Any question? Any question?